If a nuclear war happened today, it might take even longer.
But back then, people still had land, animals, and clean water. If nuclear war happens, radiation could make most places unlivable for centuries. What if there's nothing left to rebuild on?
True, radiation would be a massive problem. Places like Chernobyl are still dangerous nearly 40 years after the disaster. In a full-scale nuclear war, some areas could take thousands of years to be safe again. People would be forced to live in remote, uncontaminated areas, which means cities wouldn't be rebuilt for centuries.
But doesn't that also mean technology would be lost? I mean, the internet, electricity, even books would decay over time. If it takes 500 years before people can build big cities again, wouldn't they have to start from zero?
Yes. Knowledge would become fragmented. Without the internet, books, or universities, most advanced science would disappear. Think about it, if you had to build a computer from scratch without any existing machines, could you? Then progress is always intergenerational. You kids of today learn from existing infrastructures that has already been built by your grandfathers, meaning a collapse of these infrastructures would be difficult for your generation to rebuild.
So even if I remember how computers work, I wouldn't know how to make microchips or process silicon.
Exactly. Even basic things, like how to refine metal or generate electricity, could be lost. It's not just about remembering, it's about having the tools, the materials, and enough skilled people in one place to work together.
So, you're saying rebuilding wouldn't just be hard, it might be impossible.
Not impossible, but it would take much longer than most people think. If we look at history, humans started with stone tools, then discovered fire, then farming. That process took tens of thousands of years. Without our current infrastructure, rebuilding civilization might take just as long, maybe 1,000 years or more.
But don't you think greed would slow it down even more? The moment people form small groups, leaders will emerge. Some will want power. Others will hoard knowledge instead of sharing it, just like medieval priests kept scientific knowledge to themselves. Wouldn't that delay progress?
That's a sharp observation. Power struggles always slow progress. Even in history, whenever knowledge was controlled by a few, society stagnated. The Catholic Church, for example, controlled learning for centuries, and progress only sped up after people broke free from that control. If a new civilization formed after a nuclear war, those in power might do the same, hoard resources, control information, and keep people dependent on them.
So the problem isn't just about surviving, it's about making sure knowledge spreads freely.